Commission invites all public and private primary and secondary schools in Anambra to the First Solution Initiative School Sports Festival. The festival will hold from May 17th to June 24th, from community level to local government qualifiers, zonal eliminations, and to state finals. 10 sporting events will be showcased, including athletics, basketball, chess, football, Scrabble, swimming, table tennis, taekwondo, tennis, and volleyball, while cricket will be exhibited as a demonstration game. Application forms can be obtained at the Anambra Sports Development Commission, Ministry of Education, or Car Local Government Education Department offices, and Private School Proprietors Association. Submission of entry forms will close on May 12, 2023. The Solution Governor, His Excellency Professor Charles Soludo, is poised towards empowering the Anambra youth through Sports Solution Initiative. Be part of the success story.
Hello and a very good morning to you. It's Monday. Thank you very much for joining us for the Monday edition of our Sports Today on ABS TV. Happens here weekdays 9:25 to 9:55 a.m. My name is Ike Nwokedi, and a whole lot went down in the world of sports on sports at the weekend. We'll be telling you about Rangers International. Rangers International are through to the semi-finals of the NFF Tingo Federations Cup. We'll talk about that on the sports show. We'll look at our school sports. Before we came on air, we told you about the Anambra State Sports Solution Initiative, the Anambra School Sports Festival. We'll tell you what's happening at the local government level in anticipation of the zonal competition. Also, we'll go to Onitsha and tell you about Bishop Owen Nwokolo Niger Diocesan School Sports event. We'll also talk about beach volleyball in Nnewi, the maiden edition happening at the Moonshine Residence. Also, we'll tell you about the All-Stars Novelty Football match happening in Onitsha today, put up by ex-footballers. It's the one between Team Emenike taking on Team Arewaking. Is happening in Omaba, Onitsha. We'll talk about that on the sports show. Also, we'll tell you that Luton Town have earned promotion to the Premier League. We also have Formula One, tennis news, athletics, and then resource service as the league, most of the leagues are in Western Europe, came to a crescendo, and that was at the weekend. Now, let's begin with our first story on the show. It's about a grassroots sports. Let's go to the All Saints Cathedral Onitsha. Let's tell you that at the St. Christopher's Seminary School emerged the winners of the football event of the 2023 Bishop Owen Nwokolo Diocese on the Niger School Sports Competition, following a 4-2 triumph over pre-competition favorite DMGS in Saturday's thrilling finals. After a scoreless draw at regulation time, the game was dragged out to penalty kicks, during which winners have scored 4 of their kicks, while DMGS has scored 2 of their kicks. The game climaxed a week-long sporting competition involving secondary schools in Onitsha Diocese. Athletics and tennis were all the sports that featured on the final day of the competition. Reverend Canon Nwachukwu Uzokeke, Diocese of the Niger Education Secretary, was full of gratitude to God for making the competition a success. He paid a glowing tribute to the Bishop on the Niger, Bishop Owen Nwokolo, for instituting the sports meet despite the prevailing economic situation in the country. Canon Okeke, on his own part, pointed out that the Bishop Owen Nwokolo Diocese on the Niger School Sports Competition was part of the church's efforts in raising an all-round child who will excel in both the spiritual, academic, and physical aspects. Among dignitaries that graced the closing day ceremony, including the chairman of the Anambra State Football Association, Chikelo Ilenyosi, who performed the kickoff ceremony, and we equally had the likes of Honorable, the member-elect for Onitsha 2 constituency, Honorable Barrister Pat Okafor was also there, and prizes were distributed to the winners in the various sporting events. There was also tennis, there was also volleyball, and it was unique, and it was great watching the kids basically under 17 and below doing their own part out there in sports promotion. And what a competition it was out there. St. Christopher's Seminary beating a DMGS in the football event finals. To say congratulations to them for doing that one. Let's watch out and see by next edition if they will be defending attending this competition. Away from that, let's talk about the Anambra State Sports Development Commission under the leadership of Patrick Estate Onyedum, who is trying to put the best for grassroots sports and take grassroots sports in the state to the next level. Well, action continues. Let's tell you that the Anambra School Sports Initiative, the concept which brought about the Anambra School Sports Festival, is still on. Let's tell you that Dunukofia local government area have concluded the local government stage for the ongoing Anambra School Sports Festival and have produced schools and competitors for the upcoming zonal stages, according to Edith Okamaka Nwafo, LG coordinator of the school sports. 11 primary and 7 post-primary schools are featured at this stage for the football event at the under-13 level male category. Obioma Primary School and Udodimma Primary School Ukulu are through to the next stage, while St. Mary's High School Ifitedunu and Community Secondary School Monachi, who finished first and second respectively, will represent Dunukofia at the under-17 level male category of the football event. For volleyball, for under-17 female, Peter Marista School Ifitedunu finished tops ahead of a Community Secondary School Omonachi, just as St. Mary's High School Ifitedunu came tops ahead of Community Secondary School Omonachi, with both qualifying for the under-17 level of the volleyball event. In the board games of Scrabble, St. Kizito Girls Secondary School Umodioka had the highest accumulative point, outwitting Peter Marista School Ifitedunu, as both will represent Dunukofia at the zonal stages. Other events that took place during the LGA competition, athletics featuring 100 meters, long jump, 400 meters, and the relay races. There was table tennis, there was also taekwondo, there was swimming, and there was also chess. In Idemili North LGA, schools are featured in 3 events, namely table tennis, basketball, and football. Raphael Collins of Archbishop Harry School of Ogidi and Stephen Moy of Dominican Sisters College Abatete qualified for the zonal stages of the under-17 male table tennis, while Chisom Ugwani of Odida Primary School Abatete will represent Idemili in the male under-13 table tennis event, whereas Oluchukwu Okam of Odida Primary School Abatete will represent Idemili North for the female category. In the basketball event, Don Bosco Secondary School Lobosi and Dominican Sisters College Abatete will represent Idemili North for the under-17 male category of the basketball event, while Mata Amabilis Umoji and Dominican Sisters College Abatete will represent the local government in the same event for the female category. In football, Dominican Sisters College Abatete earned the automatic qualification for the under-17 female category, while the CSS Idani and Archbishop Harry School Ogidi both secured their places for the football event, and that's for the under-13 level. For Anambra West LGA, Cyprian Obugo, in charge of the LGA coordination and who doubles as the state swimming coach, revealed that Our Ladies of Lords Secondary School Miata Anam got the better of Ifite Anam Community Secondary School Miata Anam in the finals of the under-17 male football event, while for the female version, Lady of Lords Secondary School remained unchallenged. For under-13 female football, Ezia Anam Secondary School Umudora and Community Primary School Miata Anam have both a secure passage to the zonal stages, with both sides expected to slug it out this Monday, the 29th of May 2023, to determine the overall winner, while the Community Primary School Miata also emerged as champions in the male under-13 category. So we'll say congratulations to this team, and I can also confirm to you that local government like Njikok have also concluded that Chijo Konyedika has reached out to me. That's the chairman for the ANSI Festival for the Njikok. He told me that they've concluded. Also, it may interest you to know that Oka North has also concluded. The likes of Helen equally informed me, and Raf Okafo, the technical advisor, they informed me that they have concluded that, and of course, most of the local governments are done with, save for a few who will conclude theirs this morning. And I tell you, when we spoke at to the chairman, Anambra State Sports Development Commission, Honorable Patrick Estate Onyedum. He said he was impressed with what he has seen at the grassroots level, and he talked about, he said that these are players or these athletes are these young lads that are churned out from the grassroots level will form the nucleus of the team that will represent Anambra State this year's later upcoming National Youth Sports Festival to be hosted by Delta State. And also the sports consultant Oluyomi Sule was also full of admiration for the officials for what they have done and also the student athletes for their performance. So I tell you, it continues. Now we are done with at the community level. We are done with at the local government level. We proceed to the zonal level. Now at the zonal level, at the senatorial level, we'll have 3 centers where this will happen. But in subsequent edition of our Sports Today, be sure we'll tell you where the zonal level will be happening. And be rest assured also that the finals is coming up for the 21st to the 24th of June. And that's at the Awka City Stadium. We'll bring it down to the administrative capital of the state as regards the ongoing Anambra State School Sports Festival, the maiden edition. It faced a hiatus for 12 years, but it is back big and stronger. I will continue to project that and bring you up to the very latest as regards what's happening in your comfort zone. And we'll move away from that. Let's talk about football at the professional level. Let's tell you that Rangers International FC of Enugu are through to the semi-finals of the 2023 NFF Tingo Federation Cup in a match played on Sunday, the 28th of May 2023. Chidebere Nwobodo's brilliant finish in the 80th minute at the Akure Township Stadium. Ondo State was all that was required for the Flying Antelopes to set up a mouth-watering semi-final clash with Plateau United, who earlier saw off their opponents Akwara United by a lone goal in a match played at the Go Project 3 pitch, Area 3, Abuja, and a latter technical advisor of the team, Coach Abdul Maikaba, eulogized his lads for the display, stating that the result was a product of determination, team spirit, and hard work. I'm excited with the result today, as we knew it wasn't going to be easy, but we fought from the beginning to the end in order to achieve the desired result, and we are happy to have qualified for the semi-finals of the biggest and oldest football competition in the land. We had planned for this game to the extreme, even to the point of deciding our penalty taker should the game get to that extent. I must give kudos to Doma United, as they're a very good side, seeing how they performed all through the season, even though they are newcomers to the Premier League. Abu Maikaba stated that the upcoming semi-final fixture will be tough, and they have to go back and strategize and get ready for the cracker. The next match is going to be another ball game entirely, and we have to go back, strategize, and get ready for our next opponent, because we know it will be tough, and we want to win at the match. Maikaba stated in other matches, Bendel Insurance saw off Sunshine Stars by a lone goal in the match played at the Awka City Stadium, and will now square up against Warri Wolves in the semi-finals after the latter saw off Lobby Stars by 2-1 in a match played at the Otumba Dipo Dina Stadium in Ijebu. So watch out for the semi-finals now. A semi-finals has been confirmed that based on reports coming out this morning. Rangers International will be playing Plateau United, and that match will happen this Wednesday, the 1st of June 2023, and the venue is the Otumba Dipo Dina Stadium in Ijebu, while the match between the other fixture having Lobby Stars, having Warri Wolves and Bendel Insurance. Warri Wolves and Bendel Insurance will happen out there at the Onika Stadium in Lagos. So that's the semi-finals coming up. Watch out for Warri Wolves are taking on Bendel Insurance in Lagos on Wednesday, and Rangers International taking on Plateau United. We hope Rangers International wins the game and then gets into the finals of the 2023 edition of the NFF Tingo Federations Cup. Rangers doing well, and of course we have to say kudos to them for what they are doing at this very point in time. Moving away from Rangers International, let's go to Niue and talk about beach football. Beach football tournament, first of its kind in the southeast, has kicked off at a popular Moonshine Residence, a hospitality home in the Niue North local government area of Anambra State. The championship organized by Varsity Dome and top-notch businessman and human resource consultant Professor Victor Madubuko kicked off on Sunday, May 21st, Art and the beach court are built in the premises of our Moonshine residence are situated at Uru Umudin behind Zudoka Eatery out there in Nnewi. 8 teams are participating in the tournament, including Innocent, Gabros, Chikasin, Afro Asia, Money Point, OTC, Moonshine, Cortex PLC, and Tommy. And speaking during the opening ceremony of the tournament, the project director of our Moonshine residence, Mr. Raphael Emeka, explained that each of the 8 teams will play 3 games before proceeding to the final stages. According to him, the winning team will go home with a trophy and 100,000 naira, while others will get consolation prizes of different categories. He said that there will be awards for the highest goal scorer, most behaved team, and most valuable player, among other prizes. Explaining the nature of the beach football, Emeka, an ex-Rangers international footballer, said it is the type of a football played at the beach where they have much sand, but Moonshine brings the beach in the residence at a very high cost as to serve its customers and the neighborhood. The tournament is a fusion of beach and regular football, he said. The operation manager of our Moonshine residence, Mrs. Ofodile Chidema, explained that the tournament will last for 1 month and will be played Saturdays and Sundays. She added that the beach is brought to the residents to serve as a recreational facility for customers who patronize the facility, as well as people who live within the neighborhood. And a former commissioner for sports in the state, Dr. Emmanuel Nsuedo, said that the beach football facility will add to the quality of life of the people using it, as well as people living in Nnewi and its environs. And Crown Prince of Nnewi Kingdom, Prince Obi Orizu, said that the sports facility is the first of its kind in the area, adding that it will serve as a tourist attraction to the industrial city. And former Deputy Speaker of the Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Chukwudi Orizu, commended Professor Madubuko for coming up with the initiative of introducing beach football in Nnewi. The opening match played between Innocent and Chikasin Afro Asia teams, and there's 7-3 in favor of Innocent, while the second match played later in the day between OTC and Money Point teams ended 14-4 in favor of OTC. So that's about that one for the beach. That's about the one for the beach soccer out there in Nnewi, bringing together 8 teams out there, and that's the way to promote sports. Let's also tell you that moving away from Nnewi, let's go to Onitsha and tell you that the all-star novelty football match between Team Emenike and Team Arewa King is expected to hold this morning at the Learning Field or Mobile Phase 2 Onitsha. It's a novelty football match being put together by Onitsha ex-footballers, and this one is a match pitting Team Emenike versus Team Arewa King. And I have the starting 11 for Team Emenike. Chimezie is the goalkeeper. Emenike is the captain. Andrew Abalog, who has played in the Nigeria Premier League, is also in the starting 11. We'll have Black, we'll have Ezadigo, we'll have Figo, we'll have Infinity, we'll have the man they call Chiboy, we'll probably have Father Collins, and that's one. And for Team Arewa King, we'll have Pakana King as the goalkeeper. We'll have Arewa King as the captain. Obiora will have CJ in the starting 11. We'll have the man they call Sabi. We'll also have the man they call Ezenia, Ezugo, and Ezanwata, all in the starting 11 alongside Bayano, Jokwese, and Sasmo, all featuring for Team Arewa King in that one happening in Onitsha this morning. It's all about the novelty football match being put up by Onitsha ex-footballers. This one pitting Team Emenike versus Team Arewa King. And still talking sports on Sports Today on ABS TV. Moving away from that, let's talk about Victor Osimhen. Liverpool's new sporting director, Jorge Chamads, recently admitted to making a major error during Victor Osimhen's time with Wolfsburg. Chamads will replace Julian Ward as the Reds' new sporting director and will be tasked to oversee what is building up to be a major rebuild of the Merseyside. And the former Wolfsburg chief who tracked, the man tracked Victor, the progress of Osimhen during the Nigeria's start time with the Bundesliga outfit, recently admitted to a glaring mistake made regarding the striker's future at the time after a slow start to life with Wolfsburg. Away from that, let's tell you that Ghanaian Football Association has congratulated Andre Ayew After the veteran player received a Premier League accolade, the 33-year-old midfielder came forward on as a late substitute in the 3-1 victory over Brighton and Hove Albion to make his 10th Premier League appearance, and that was on April 26. Andre Ayew, who began his professional career at French giant Olympique Marseille, has now received an accolade from the Premier League as a reward for his accomplishment. And it may interest you to know that the Ghana Football Association has since expressed their pride in Ayew's accomplishments and commended his dedication to the sport. And in February 2022, it may interest you to know that after Ayew was released by Qatar's Al Sadd, the former Fenerbahce star joined Nottingham on a contract until the end of the current season. Moving to Formula One, what a day it was for Max Verstappen on the circuit yesterday at the Monaco Grand Prix. As Red Bull's Max Verstappen survived mid-race downpour to win the Monaco GP from Aston Martin's Fernando Alonso. Verstappen appeared to be cruising at the front, but his race was given added jeopardy by his teammate delaying his pit stop in an attempt to coincide it with the rain, and Aston Martin appeared to miss a chance to beat Verstappen by pitting Alonso for a set of dry tires as the rain was intensifying. Had Alonso been given treated tires at his top while Verstappen was still on treated streaks could have led to the Spaniard taking the lead. But Alonso had to stop again for immediate tires on the following lap when Verstappen did the same, and his victory chances were gone. And Verstappen's win, his fourth in 6 races this year, moves his 39 points clear off teammate Sergio Perez in the championship. And the Mexican had a nightmare race after starting from the back following his crash in qualifying and finishing down in 17th place. Away from Formula One, let's talk about tennis this morning. And Greek 5th seed Stefanos Tsitsipas overcame Jiri Vasily in 4 sets to reach the French Open second round. Australian Open runner-up Tsitsipas lost at the third set and had to save 4 set points in 4 sets tiebreaker to seal a 7-5, 6-3, 4-6, 7-6 victory over his 455th ranked Czech opponent. He will play Spaniard Roberto Cabales Bueno or American Emiliano Nova next in the upcoming game. Elsewhere in the men's draw, Britain's Dan Evans was beaten by Australia's Thanasi Kokinakis in straight set. Russian 11th seed Karen Chanov produced a stunning fight back from 2 sets down against Francis Constant Lestien, winning 3-6, 1-6, 6-2, 6-1, 6-3 after 3 hours and 41 minutes on court. Suzanne Langlain. Poland's 13th seed Hubert Hurkacz was also forced to go the distance against Belgium's David Goffin, eventually prevailing 6-3, 5-7, 6-4, 2-6, 6-4. American 24th seed Sebastian Koda faced no such problems in a 6-4, 7-5, 6-4 victory over compatriot Mackenzie McDonald. Moving away from that, let's now talk about athletics. A former world-leading athletics venue in South London has been pledged millions of pounds of funding by London Mayor Sadiq Khan. And Crystal Palace National Sports Centre used to host the London Diamond League athletics event featuring stars such as Usain Bolt and Mo Farah, and the one in a generation development will see repairs to the running track and the floodlight along with upgrades to the climbing wall and the gym. And now moving away from that, let's talk about this man you're seeing on your screen. And PSG goalkeeper Sergio Rico is in a serious condition in intensive care after a horse riding accident. His club says Rico, 29 years of age, was riding in El Rocio region of Huelva in Spain when he was in a collision with a runaway horse and fell. Local media reported, and the Spaniard was flown by helicopter to a hospital in Sevilla. And Rico was on the bench as PSG won a record 11th league title with a 1-1 draw at Strasbourg, and that was on Saturday. And lastly, on football, Luton Town will play in the Premier League for the first time after beating a Coventry City 6-5 on penalties in Saturday's Championship playoff final. It was at the Wembley Stadium, earning a return to England's top flight after 31 years absence. And Coventry's Fankati, that ball blazed his spot kick over the crossbar after the shootout went into sudden death following a 1-1 draw and a tense but goalless period of extra time when Luton's Joey Taylor had a late goal disallowed due to handball. A second half equalizer from Coventry midfielder Gustavo Hammer cancelled out Jordan Clark's brilliant opener after Luton captain Tom Lukia was carried off on a stretcher early on after he collapsed on the pitch. And Luton's confirmed that Lukia, 28 years of age, is responsive and talking to his family after he was taken to hospital for tests. And the centre-back had fallen to the ground with no player around him and was treated by medical staff on the field. But we are happy that he is recovered right now and he is good to go again. And before we wrap up at the show, let's now go through the results of matches played over the weekend. Let's start with France. Angers defeated Troyes 2-1. It was Clermont Foot 2, Lorient 0, Lens 3, Ajaccio 0, Lille 2, Nantes 1. Lyon defeated Reims by 3-0. Marseille 1, Brest 2, Montpellier 2, Nice 3. Rennes defeated Monaco by 2-0. Elsewhere was Strasbourg 1, PSG 1, Toulouse 1, Auxerre 1. In Germany, Bochum defeated Bayer Leverkusen by 3-0. Was Borussia Dortmund 2, Mainz 2. All Borussia Dortmund needed was just to win, and they have won they will win the league, but they didn't do that as Bayern Munich got the better of their opponent away from home. That's FC Cologne by beating them 2-1. Other results are Borussia Mönchengladbach 2, Augsburg 0, Eintracht Frankfurt 2, Freiburg 1, and Leipzig defeated Schalke 04 by 4-2, and Stuttgart 1, Hoffenheim 1, and Wolfsburg 1, Hertha Berlin 2. In Italy, let's go to Italy and serve you the results. Juventus 0, Milan 1, Lazio 3, Cremonese 2, Bologna 2, Napoli 2, Monza 0, Lecce 1, Verona 1, Empoli 1, Inter Milan 3, Atalanta 2, Fiorentina defeated AS Roma by 2-1, Salernitana 3, Udinese 2, Spezia 0, Torino 4, and Sampdoria 2. Sassuolo 2. In Spain, quickly, Almeria 0, Real Valladolid 0, Athletic Bilbao 0, Elche 1, Atletico Madrid 2, Real Sociedad 1, Barcelona defeated Real Mallorca by 3-0, Cadiz 1, Celta Vigo 0, Getafe 2, Osasuna 1, Girona 1, Real Betis 2, Rayo Vallecano 2, Villarreal 1, Valencia 2, Espanyol 2, and Sevilla 1, Real Madrid 2. And lastly, in England, Arsenal more than Wolverhampton Wanderers 5-0, Aston Villa 2, Brighton 1, Brentford 1, Manchester City 0, Chelsea 1, Newcastle United 1, and Chelsea now having a new coach in Pochettino, expected to start next season. Crystal Palace 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Everton 1, Bournemouth 0, Leeds United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 4, Leicester City 2, West Ham United 1, Manchester United 2, Fulham 1, and Southampton in an 8-goal thriller played out a 4-4 draw against Liverpool. They have been relegated alongside Leicester City and Leeds United, and Everton scaled through and will be playing in the Premier League next season. That's the show for the morning. Thank you very much for being part of the Monday edition of our Sports Today on ABS TV. I'm sure you had a great time watching the show. That's what we'll do here on weekdays at 9:25 to 9:55 on this dial. My name is Ike Nwokedi. Have a sporty week, and remember, sport is life. It never stops, and so do we. Bye-bye now.